All right, guys, we got red coming out of the market today. Bleeding are the altcoins. We're going to have a look at why that is. We're going to look at the Bitcoin chart, and we're going to get into the latest and greatest from Jasmy when it comes to the United Kingdom. If that sounds good to you guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Helps the channel grow, costs you absolutely nothing. Let's get into it. So as I already said, guys, we are seeing red across the altcoin market. Nothing super bad at this point, but it's not surprising to see a bit of a correction. I'm going to show you on the Bitcoin chart momentarily where it looks like we will pull back to what we looked at yesterday. And yeah, it's a nice little correction here. I already did my DCA video for my portfolio over on the Patreon. So if you want to know what I bought today, go check it out, guys. We also have a brand new educational tier over there, entry level tier. So if you want to check that out and you want to learn everything you need to know about crypto, that's there also. So yes, looking across the space, guys, nothing really standing out that's being very resistant. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of red. There's some great opportunities. After having 8 days in a row of green, we are seeing some red, which is a welcomed relief for everyone who wants to continue to DCA like myself, right? I want to continue to DCA. I want to continue to fill my bags. Nowhere near big enough yet for the altcoin season or this bull run as a whole. But I think we have most of 2026 to accumulate, so I'm not that worried about it. But let's go look at the Bitcoin chart and see what's going on. All right, guys, so as we can see, we did fall flat right below this potential support level at 72,755. Did not hold at all. We did bounce off 70,621's support. We came really close to hitting it here. So that's good so far. Yesterday we said if we did not hold here, we would likely come down and test support down here at 7,621, and we have done that so far. The question now is, will 70,621 hold? My guess is for today, probably. We've seen the RSI cool off a little bit more, right? We're down at 51.45. But if we do lose this, we are likely coming down to either 69,885, or we could collapse down to the 30-day moving average, currently sitting at 68,785. So those are the levels I'm watching for Bitcoin. I am expecting lower levels later this year, guys, between 50 and 55, as you know. But I did tell you guys yesterday, if you didn't see it, go back and watch it, that we would likely come down, put in another higher low, which we're doing right now, before bouncing and putting in another higher high, because that's what we've been doing here, guys. Right? We have our low right here. We have a higher low, a higher low, a higher low. And what we're doing right now is we are putting in another higher low. Now, how low will that higher low go? Well, again, we could come all the way down to the 30-day moving average here at 68,785 and still be putting in a higher low and still in an upward trajectory, right? Then likely we'll bounce off, we'll come up, we'll probably test 77,000 here, resistance, to see if we can continue to put in higher highs, right? So the only thing that would invalidate our current structures if we came down and put in a lower low, or if we ended up coming back up, putting in a lower high than this here, than around 74,956-ish, right? So right now we're still putting in those lower high, or higher lows and higher highs. So that's good for the short term, but ultimately we will collapse down lower. But for now, it looks good. Could come as high as 80,000, could go as high as 85,000, fill the CME gap between 83 and 84 before coming back down, right? The potential is there in the short term, right? So I am short-term bullish, long-term bearish, okay? If that makes sense to you. Shout out to our channel sponsor, BTCC Exchange. It's my favorite place to do my trading, whether it's crypto, gold, silver, aluminum, copper, you name it. I do my trading over there. Even our trading group over on the Patreon uses BTCC. I do a lot of my spot buying over there as well. They've always been really, really great to our community. Check them out today, guys. You can use them across the US as well. That's one of the reasons we chose to partner with them. You can also get up to $10,000 in bonuses when you fund your account by using our link down below. You must use our link to qualify. All right, so we have this from the Jasmy Empire. Make sure you give them a follow over on X. A couple of minor little corrections here. Jasmy is rumored to integrate its PDL into the Panasonic's 2026 IoT ecosystem with the Jasmy personal data locker pre-installed. A little bit of a correction here. Jasmy is not rumored to integrate with the PDL into Panasonic's IoT device. It's not rumored. It is going to. Both Jasmy and Panasonic both made these announcements. Panasonic made the announcement on their website back in March of 2024. So it's not a rumor. Both companies have confirmed it to be true. If accurate, well, it is accurate, this could represent a meaningful shift in how Jasmy enables consumers to control and monetize their data at scale. Smart home devices constantly collecting valuable data. So basically, guys, think about it like this. The Jasmy platform is going to be accumulating data from Panasonic devices that are in your households, whatever it is, anything connected to the internet that Panasonic creates, which is hundreds of millions of items, devices worldwide, right? Sends personal information back to the personal data locker, which is your data, right? Now, what happens is companies pay for this data, right, on the PDL. They pay for it because why do they pay for it? Why do they want to know what vacuum you use, or what I don't know, whatever it is that you do. Why do they want this information, right? Well, because it helps their marketing, right? They're looking to market to demographics who use certain things and who don't use certain things, quite frankly, to market to those retail purchasers, right? That's why they need that data. So they buy it, right? And who do they buy it from? Well, they buy it from you, right? So that's the important part. So yeah, companies go on, they purchase data for their marketing purposes, and you're the one who gets paid instead of Google getting paid, instead of Amazon getting paid, all these other companies, instead of Meta, instead of them getting paid, you get paid, right? Sounds pretty good to me. But let's go into the Jasmy in the UK news. All right, guys. So we have this here. This piece says, "What are the recent news and updates about Jasmy in 2026 for the United Kingdom?" The global digital economy is rapidly evolving, and by 2026, a major trend is on the rise of data sovereignty. Countries like the United Kingdom and Japan are at the heart of this transformation, leading the way in decentralized infrastructure. One of the most exciting projects in the space is Jasmy, which has evolved from a specialized IoT protocol into a full-featured Layer 2 ecosystem, with their mainnet now launched, by the way. As new laws and regulations increase institutional focus on Web3 data privacy, Jasmy's integration with digital identity systems and world-leading hardware brands marks a huge leap forward for the vision of data democracy. In this article, we'll break down what's new with Jasmy, explain its technical upgrades, and look at its growing role in the market, especially for United Kingdom users. So Jasmy, the latest news and updates for 2026. The biggest news for Jasmy and the start of 2026 is the official launch of Jasmy's mainnet, a new Layer 2 blockchain that gives Jasmy real utility beyond the original ERC20 token model. Now, Jasmy acts as a native gas token, enabling cheap, rapid transactions on a network built with Arbitrum Orbit technology. This technical leap means millions of data locker transactions can be processed at much lower cost, supporting the growing adoption by partners like Panasonic and Apple's Japan ecosystem. Alongside this, Jasmy's 2026 roadmap debuted the Jasmy meme pad and the new Base app, both designed to make blockchain tech more accessible to everyday users. The meme pad is especially notable because every time a new community token is launched on Jasmy chain, the platform permanently removes or burns 10 Jasmy from circulation. As of Q1 2026, the deflationary feature has already cut the circulating supply by about 1.2%, according to the Jasmy Foundation. So Jasmy now, with the launch of the mainnet is now a deflationary project. For those of you who don't know, similar to Zebek, how they burn tokens. Their supply is fully allocated now into circulation, and they have a burn mechanism. And they've already destroyed 1.2% of the supply. This should make you incredibly bullish or positive anyway. Jasmy's hardware partnerships, Apple, Panasonic, and real world integration. The main driver of Jasmy's growth in 2026 is embedding of security protocols into mainstream consumer hardware. One headline partnership is with Apple. Jasmy's ecosystem powers the My Number card feature on the iPhones in Japan, which lets people use iPhones as secure decentralized wallets for their digital identity data. This means users control how and when their ID is shared, whether with governments or private companies, thanks to Jasmy-powered personal data lockers. In the smart home space, Panasonic's 2026 IoT devices are shipped with Jasmy's personal data locker pre-installed. For UK consumers, this is particularly important. Your Panasonic applications can now generate anonymized data, like energy usage or efficiency stats, that you can choose to sell, receiving Jasmy in return. No middlemen, and you keep control. So where to trade Jasmy in the UK? You can get it on BitGet, Kraken, Coinbase, ONL, and Binance. But Jasmy's listed, if you're anywhere else in the world, it is listed pretty much everywhere, right? So notably big, so we don't need to cover that part of it. So how to store and manage Jasmy safely in the UK. Me personally, I would say you could get a cold wallet. I recommend a cold wallet. Decent Wallet is one of our channel sponsors. Heck, if you use our link down below, you can get a 2-for-1 deal on them today. So definitely, we actually saw an exchange, a centralized exchange, file for bankruptcy recently, and all of their customers' crypto was frozen, right? Which means you can't get it back. So that's why I highly recommend. We talked about this in great detail over on the Patreon, our private community, where we try to struggle to keep everybody safe and secure when it comes to their crypto. So we've been talking about this quite a bit lately. Get yourself a decent wallet today. Again, use our link down below to get a deal on it, for crying out loud, right? Keep your crypto safe, because if you're keeping it on an exchange and that exchange goes bankrupt and they freeze everybody's crypto, you're not getting your crypto back, right? You're just not. Look at Mt. Gox. Mt. Gox, sure, it was a hack, but people are just starting to get their money back. That was over 10 years ago, right? So same thing with FTT. That was like 2022. People are just starting to get their money back now, right? So yeah, be safe. Get yourself a self-custody wallet today, guys. Technical insights, Jasmy's upgrades explained. So the Jasmy chain's technical migration is a big win for both speed and sustainability. It now uses proof of stake model, which is much more energy efficient, making the UK's growing green finance and ESG, environmental society governance standards. Jasmy chain transaction times are now as quick as 2 seconds, fast enough to power instant smart devices, data updates, and secure Apple ID checks. So they've definitely scaled when it comes to launching their mainnet. So in terms of tokenomics, Jasmy is now truly a utility-first asset. By mid-2026, Jasmy Foundation expects over 40% of the total 50 billion Jasmy supply to be locked up inside enterprise-level data lockers. Now, what this means, guys, is when they finally launch the personal data lockers, I'm going to do a video talking about this later today in more detail. But in order to have a personal data locker, you must have Jasmy, and you must lock your Jasmy up to have an active personal data locker to get monetized, to get paid for your data, right? That's so they're expecting more than 40% of the supply to be locked up in personal data lockers. That cuts the supply almost in half. Plus, they have their burn mechanism, which is deflationary, right? So expect big things, in my opinion. That's just my opinion when it comes to the potential price appreciation of Jasmy moving forward, guys. Frequently asked questions. We don't need to go through those. So yeah, guys, very, very bullish stuff. A lot of people don't know a lot of this stuff. It's why we need to reiterate this stuff. We need to cover it. There's a lot of misinformation that goes around about a project like Jasmy, people who don't do research, and then they say things like Jasmy has no utility. There'll probably be someone in the comment section of this video saying Jasmy has no utility. And just in the fact that they said that in the comment section says they didn't even watch the video, let alone did they do any research, because yes, they do have utility. Literally, I just went through all of it with you guys here today. So if you love Jasmy, guys, hell, if you don't love Jasmy, hit the like and hit the subscribe button and leave a comment down below, whether it's positive or negative. That's fine. It's all good in the hood. And absolutely, man, I see big things for Jasmy moving forward. All right, guys. So listen, to everybody who's new out there to crypto, if you're just coming into this space, I have fantastic news for you. If you want to learn more about how to navigate this space, if you need a proper education, guys, we just introduced a brand new tier over in our Patreon private community. It's me and thousands of other members over there, where we drop educational content for you on a regular basis, so you can learn how to use all of the key websites you're going to need to learn how to use. You get to learn how to use all of the metrics, how to chart, how to read charts, technical analysis, strategies, plans, lessons I've learned in the past. I've been around for multiple bull runs and can help you through this stuff. So everything you can think of education-wise, all of your questions answered. There's even a dedicated educational beginners to crypto chat that you can hop into and talk with me and other beginners to crypto. So check that out. We introduced that brand new tier, guys. It's only $20 a month. So check that out if you want to get started and learn how to do things properly. Now, guys, if you also want to book one-on-one coaching calls, if you want to join the group coaching calls, if you want to join the Patreon lives, you want our microcap gems, you want to follow my personal portfolio that I update on a daily basis over on the Patreon as well. 100% transparency there. If you want to see what I'm buying, what I'm selling, moon bags I'm creating, profits I'm taking, and so much more, not just in crypto, stocks, and everything else as well, then you can upgrade your tier level to those tier levels, or you can just join that tier level. Check it out, guys. Yeah, all that stuff and more, guys. You get all that stuff and more. Patreon lives. We also do the morning market overview. It's kind of like a video, a newsletter, right? Where we update you on the daily news on the crypto market, what to expect, and prepare you for the day ahead. Today we talked about the PPI numbers coming in hot and stuff like that, and what it could mean for the markets for the rest of the day and the rest of the week. So get all of that stuff, guys. All of that stuff for less than the price of a cup of coffee. And also our trading group, guys, our trading group. We've been printing over there. Check it out today. As you can see on your screen, once again, 541% return there. Guys, we're just crushing it. And if you want to learn how, we got tutorials. We got great community leaders. We can teach you how to build up dry powder by learning how to trade. Hell, you might even want to learn to trade so you can leave your job and just trade full time, right? Check that out and more, guys. The link is down below in the description. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.